Hello folks, this is Mike here from the Ground and Green Homestead, and this video is primarily going to be targeted towards new chicken owners, as as my chickens make a mess and fight over treats. So anyway, if you're new to exploring chickens, you're probably YouTubing like crazy, searching like crazy, wondering where to start, and as we get closer to chick season, I'm already seeing signs up, depending on your area, but here in Southwest Michigan, already seeing signs up. The chick's going to be arriving in as short as maybe a couple weeks now. And if you look out, there's still plenty of snow, and Michigan is subject to being temperamental, and we could have cold weather or snowing all the way into May. You know, I believe around beginning of May is our last frost date. So this is kind of a warning of sorts that if you're looking into chickens, it might be important to maybe rush to place an order, but maybe not rush to actually pick them up and buy them in person yet. And I know there's going to be a lot of pressure with the rise in egg costs, the rise in meat costs, the avian flu last year. You're like, oh my gosh, I got to get my own chickens. So I have control over my own food source. It was one of the reasons we initially got chickens, but there were some things that we could have avoided and some struggles that had I maybe paid more attention to, I could have avoided. And I'm sitting here what initially I thought was going to be 5 to 10, and we are quite north of that with our flock. And I love my flock, don't get me wrong, but I bought some chickens early, and they unfortunately we're competing for heat, and especially with the meat birds I got last year, and some died, even with the heat source, because they were trampling each other, because it was so cold in my uninsulated garage, and I was doing everything right. I had plenty of bedding, plenty of draft protection, plenty of heat, but they were competing for it, and it might be important just to analyze your climate and wait, maybe until it's a more opportune time to buy those chicks or pre-order them and pick them up later. Another thing you're going to want your coop and your run built. You want to make sure you have adequate space for them, because once you buy them, you can buy them under an emotional, what do you call, splurge, and all of a sudden they're fully grown in your house, and you got nowhere to put them. And when they are growing, I will mention this, if you think you can get away with them in your house, you are going to hate it. I tried the brooder plate in my basement last year, thinking that they make less dust than the heat lamp. They make so much dust. It is bad. It is very bad. So, and it's not like just a little dust. It's a sticky dust that coats everything, and the bigger they get, the more of it they seem to make. So I don't want to, list off all the negatives, but I want to be real with you about owning chickens and chicken math. Oh my goodness, no one's talked to you about chicken math yet. You get 3 and then one dies, so you go to the store to replace the one that died, and they have a minimum limit on how many you can buy, so you get another 4 more, and then one of them turns out to be a rooster, so you have to, and you got attached to the rooster, so you get rid of the rooster, or give away the rooster, or eat the rooster, what have you, and then all of a sudden, you got to replace the rooster because that was your favorite color, and then before you know it, you have what we have here. So, just be aware of these things, and especially, like I said before, newer chicken owners. If you've had chickens for a while, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know that it's important to have the enclosure built. It's important to know their nutritional needs, and have a water source in place that is adequate. And when it's snowy out, what are you going to do to keep their water thawed out? And what are you going to do to be in guidelines with your local city and ordinances or what have you? It's just, there's a lot to it, and I'm excited to see so many people getting into owning chickens, especially for the first time. It's truly an exciting experience. Do your homework, though. Do your breed homework. Do your like I've mentioned in previous videos. You can go back and check out my channel. Do your homework on if you can even have them, and be realistic with your climate and timeline. So you can make a very good situation bad or burdensome if you get chickens before you're ready. If everything's ready and you have everything in place and you got your your I's dotted, your T's crossed, then have at it. I just do believe there's going to be a very big push this year, more so than before, just due to the factors I've already mentioned, like the avian flu and everything. That I think the cost is going to go up potentially this year as well. We shall see. But having said all that, I hope it's an enjoyable experience. I hope you like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy this content. And until next time, have a good one, and God bless.